go, a wee bit of flash. So this is your DPF, not PDF. That is that's a data file that you send data on, big man. But this is called a diesel particulate filter, and inside here is a really honeycomb. If you imagine a honeycomb, what a beehive looks like inside, if you've ever seen one of them, the honeycomb, that's what it's like. So basically what happens is, now looking at your motor, 44k I think, probably if you're just running about the tune, wee short journeys, stop-start journeys, no good for diesels, no good for DPFs. If you've got a motor with a DPF on it, what you're better doing is big journeys in them. You know, if you're bombing down the motorway every day, they seem to be fine. On my own Audi, I have only ever had one issue with the DPF, and it was when my wife was on maternity leave. That year when the DPF did show, the only time in the 10 years I've owned the car, I had done 200 mile that year, so normally the car was bombing up and down the motorway, not an issue. It would have been regenerating this DPF. What the motor does, it sees it going down the motorway, bombing down there, fires in a load more fuel, and it heats this big DPF, not PDF, DPF, up to burn off the soot. So that's what we tried. 2 regeneration runs. We ended up at Ingleson, so basically Edinburgh Airport, because the M8 was shut on the way back at the Hermiston Gate, so we had a wee detour, which is fine. I mean, the motor drives down the motorway, it goes a bit, I think we had it up to 80, so it's a bit slow in getting there because this is choked, and we fixed this turbo, that one up there, we fixed that turbo. That seems to be, it makes a wee wastegate noise, but I mean it seems to be working okay. This big cunt up here, that big turbo up there, sometimes you can't even fucking see it, but oh, there's it. Aye, that big turbo up there, sometimes that's not working right, sometimes, so there's an issue with that turbo. But this what happens is like I say, wee short stop-start journeys run about the town, they get choked up, then they end up in at a dealer trying to get regenerated. But I have tried that down the motorway twice now. So I've phoned up Stuart Woods, who's really good with Land Rovers, to be honest with you. He started off his career as an electrician with TUM. So what he's asked me to check was these sample hoses, basically make sure they're not blocked. There's a sensor up there. See it? So I have had both of these off, checked, they're no blocked, there's no blockages in here, so that's not what's causing the issue. I've removed the metal pipe as well, and had a look in there, but what I really think's happened is this has been choked anyway to start with, and then your engine's failed and a shit ton of diesels went in it, because it did have, I've got videos of it pouring out of here. I had a jug with half a litre in it, or maybe a litre, so aye, so we really need to either clean this thing out, put it back on, but I reckon you probably have issues there again if you're just doing wee stop-start journeys. But the option is we can cut it out, open it up, take the inside out it, and remap the software out it, so that it doesn't look for a regenerating this, you know what I mean? And that would just be, then there's no blockage, 100% there'd be no blockage because there's no honeycomb inside it after you cut the thing open. But as you can see, there's the original weld all the way around it. It's not a 2-minute job. So that's a DPF, and this is the engine. A wee bit of plastic on there, probably when we wrapped it up. So that's your big engine up there, which is going alright. Engine runs good, sounds alright. It's just, I think we need to get this unchoked, unblocked, to reveal its true performance. And I know it does have performance, because I did feel it, but at the minute, this is fucking causing issues, which is separate to your engine, mate, separate.